Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a rejection off of the lows here. Just waiting for this candle to form. There we go. And now our targets are actually automatically placed for us. That's good. Now I'm looking long with 6 contracts just because this trade looks phenomenal. Okay, they typically don't happen this often, but overall today on crude oil looks very, very sideways. And what I mean by very sideways is we came down and retested yesterday's low down here, and we tested it to the tick. Okay, so Friday's low rather, came down, tested it to the tick, immediately failed. You can see the sellers attempted to come in a few times here, but they did not have what it took, and then just kind of bounced higher now. Now the reason I'm really liking this is because we're seeing these big legs to the upside with all these bear traps at the lows, and you can see this gigantic candle that we just entered on, just inside of our risk tolerance, which is good, but the entry gives us 75, and we've got more than enough room to get up to the highs of this channel that's kind of working its way up. And along with that, because it's sideways, we're expecting price to go all the way up to these highs up here. So initially looking at 98.05 as the final target, but we may be ratcheting this higher as we go just to kind of see what this market can give to us. So overall, we're in the trade and it's looking relatively good. Just need to see that continuation from the buyers here after that failure to go lower several times. They failed, let's see, once, twice, 3 times. This will be the 4th time they failed to go lower. So looking to the upside for sure. 97.75 we're long. 6 contracts. Our stop is down here at 97.60. So relatively moderate stop. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but we are at 15 ticks. Pretty much maxed out on the risk tolerance. As far as we'll allow it to go. Now just looking up to get that first target at 90 filled, second target at 98.05 possibly. Might go higher than that to 98.21. We'll kind of see what the market wants to do here. So we'll be back in a little while and we'll see what the market wants to do here, and hopefully we'll start seeing a little bit of a rejection right back up to the upside. So we'll be back in a little bit. All right, coming in to the first target. There we go. Got the first target filled. Let's move the stop to break even. I'm going to go break even +1 on this one. And actually, because we've actually gone a little bit higher than that, I'm going to look to trail my stop here and try to see if we can get a little bit more out of it. Just because of the sideways range here, you can see that when we came into these area highs here, it did reject a little bit. There was a little bit of selling that came in at those channel highs. So we got to be careful here to the upside. Now, the overall move here, we can look higher again, 98.21 or so. That's going to cause a little bit of concern if we don't start moving soon. Again, just because we're seeing a little bit of consolidation coming at these highs here. So we need to see this market really start picking up and moving higher. Overall, though, looking to target the highs here, 98.21 right now. So let's bump our target up there. Just, again, assuming the fact that we're going to have this market rotate off of the lows back up to those highs again, because we're in a sideways day. And typically, if you think of a sideways day, basically it's just a big consolidation. Okay, so you've got the market going between highs and lows. Really what to expect on those kind of days is from lows to go back to the highs. Even if there's a little bit of a break, you're going to come right back down again and at least give the attempt on the downside. Same with the lows. Once you break the lows, probably going to cycle right back up to the upside again. So it's kind of what we're expecting here, a cycle back up to 98.21. Now, as we rise higher here, I will be looking to trail my stop along with it just to see what we can get out of it. But overall, that's going to be where our final target is looking. So far, doing pretty good. Got in 97.75, took 5 contracts off here at 15 ticks. So just that by itself, 15 times 5, we're sitting at $750 on the trade. Now we just need to see some continuation from the buyers and really get this thing to kind of ratchet up higher here. Again, looking to trail our stop up as we move here, but overall targeting 98.21. Probably go through it a little bit, but that'll be the final target up there at 21. So we'll be back in a little while, and hopefully a little while at least, and we'll see how we do on the trade. All right, just got a massive spike, and we actually just popped up and filled our target. There we go, so 98.21 filled. Not really much of a problem. We've been sitting in it for a while, so it's not really a surprise to see it get hit pretty quick like that. We've been sitting in it, well, we got in at 9:31, it got filled at 10:09, so not too bad. Again, still looking for this market to cycle higher here, but overall, 98.21 is going to be the final target. And that's why, looking at these highs, you could have gone ahead of it a little bit here at 98.19. Just to front run a little bit, that would have been a little bit safer probably. But because we've been sitting in it for so long, if we didn't get it filled to the tick like this, our stop would just get moved underneath it to kind of take us out at what we can get. So 98.21 is going to be the final target. Again, still anticipating this market to go a little bit higher, just because typically those sideways ranges expand a little bit. You go through the highs, then through the lows, then through the highs, and just kind of chop back and forth. But overall, that 21 gives us 46 ticks of profit on the final target. So we had 75 before. That extra 46 actually pushes us to 121 ticks on the trade, so 1,210. Gorgeous, gorgeous trade. I mean, picture perfect in terms of a failure on the lows on those sideways ranges. So, overall, that's exactly what we were looking for this to do. We had this nice little bullish channel forming on the way up, blew through the highs, and because of that, we needed to see this really continue to go higher. And you can see there wasn't even so much as a pullback. The pullbacks were nothing more than just little bear traps here, and immediately shot straight back up again. So 98.21, that final target filled. Not a really big problem at all on that one. So 121 ticks on the trade, $1,210 on a gorgeous, gorgeous long trade. So that's going to be the trade for today. Probably the trade for the week. That was a gorgeous one. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. And as always, we'll catch you next time.